Hey everybody, let's talk about Key Man Life Insurance. Key Man, is that like the locksmith? So Key Man Life Insurance is typically part of a buy-sell agreement between two business partners. There may be some other applications, but that's the nuts and bolts right there. You have Joe and you have Jane. Joe and Jane own a business. Joe and Jane are both married. Joe and Jane would both be horrified if each other's partner then became their business partner if one of them died. So let's give an example. Let's stick with Joe and Jane. Joe's driving home from work one day and is in a tragic accident and passes away. Joe's wife, Sue, inherits his interest in the business. Sue and Jane are now business partners, whether either of them like it. So that is where Key Man Insurance comes in. If they were set up properly, or shall we say, they cautiously entered their business arrangement and chose to prepare as much as they could, they would have a prearranged buy-sell agreement. If Joe were to pass away, Jane would buy out his spouse and be the 100% owner of the business, not having to enter a forced partnership. Likewise, if Jane were to pass away, her spouse would be bought out by Joe, avoiding the same forced partnership. Of course, perhaps the spouses would want to enter the business, and that can all be contractually arranged. In a nutshell, Key Man Life Insurance protects a surviving business partner from an unwanted partnership with a deceased partner's spouse, and vice versa. The surviving spouse may not want to be partners with the surviving business partner. Either term life or a whole life or universal life product can be used for the purposes of Key Man Life Insurance. It's often term life that's considered first, as the cash value component and higher premiums of universal life may not be as attractive when simply trying to cover a finite number of remaining working years. There are numerous reasons to consider whole life or universal life for Key Man though, and only you can decide what's right for your business and your partnership in consultation with your independent insurance agent who's life licensed. In the event that a partner leaves the business or a business goes out of business, there are several scenarios that could play out. Effectively, the coverage could be continued, but there might have to be some logistical changes in terms of who's the payer of the life insurance policy, who's the owner of the life insurance policy, et cetera, et cetera. That would be very specific to an individual business. Life insurance is a fairly simple, fairly complicated product at times. The best thing a business owner can consider if they have partners is Key Man, which again can be accomplished via term or whole life products. You also want to look at what benefits you have for your management team and your rank and file team members. It often is incredibly important as a competitive advantage to provide some sort of life and disability income coverage in order to be able to recruit the best and brightest talent. So, if you're forming a business or you're part of a business partnership now, these are some great things to think about. Give us a call at Harry Levine Insurance. We would love to discuss how we can be a part of your team of advisors, including your accountant, banker, real estate agent, and attorney, specifically in this case, to make sure that your partnership and your family or survivors are best protected.